Hi everyone. Today we have new tutorial on bar chart or bar plot with Matplotlib in Python. In this tutorial, we will learn what is bar plot or a bar chart, how to create simple bar chart from CSV file, horizontal bar graph, group bar graph, and stacked bar graph. Before getting started with anything, let me tell you how I am creating Python program. I am using PyCharm editor to create Python program. You can use Visual Studio Code or Jupyter Notebook to create Python program. If you have not set up any Python project yet, then you can watch my tutorial PyCharm setup for Python or getting started with Python in VS Code. Here, if you look at the left side, a new project and a new virtual environment is already set up to create Python program. This is a virtual environment and this is a Python project. If you want to create new Python program, you have to just right click on this project, select new and then Python file. You will be able to create new Python file to getting started with Python journey. Okay, so let's get started our today's tutorial. What is a bar plot or bar graph? A bar plot is a graphical representation of data where rectangular bars or columns are used to represent different categories. Let's create a simple bar plot. I have some code handy. Matplotlib.pyplot. We have created a dictionary where we have countries and their sales data. You may have this data in form of CSV file, Excel file, or JSON file formats. So let me create country list data dot keys. Okay, another list object to get sales data dot value. Then we have to set figure dot figure. We have to say figure size. We will take 8 and y. Okay. Then we have to create a bar plot. Plot dot bar function we will be using. We will see x height width bottom align data. Okay. Pass countries as a list and then our data for sales and then color we will take as green and then bar width we have to define. This would be around, let's say, 0.3. After that we have to set labels and titles and then finally we have to show it. Okay, plot dot label will say countries and then y label we will say sales in. We will set the title of the chart, that would be countries sales. Finally, we have to call the show function which will just a widget to the chart. Okay, very simple. Now let's run the program. Something wrong. We have typo mistake. Okay, let's run the program again. So we have got a one widget that represents the country sales in form of bar chart. You see, we have four countries which has their values 200, 150, 120, and 50, right? India has around 200, UK has around 150, and then US has 120, and then Japan is 50. This is a very simple bar plot, bar graph, or bar chart you can see. Okay, now let's see how to create a bar plot or bar chart with help of CSV file, right? We are going to use one library that is Pandas, right? You have to install Pandas library before using it, right? As PD, and we will just say pd.read CSV file, you see, and then we will say bar chart CSV one we will be using because this file we have at the same place where we are writing this program, right? You see, we have this CSV file. Okay, let me show you this file. We have two columns. You see, sales and country, we have two columns. We close it down and then we have to load the data frame, right? pd dot data frame. We have to use data we have passed and we are going to get both columns from data frame with indexer, like this is country and this would be for sale. PF. Okay. Rest everything we will keep as it is. Let's try to run the program. Yeah, we will get a new visit like US 500, India 800, and UK is at around 150. Okay, so this bar chart is generated with help of one CSV file that loaded the data in the backend. Okay, let's see horizontal bar graph. In the horizontal bar graph, we represent data by plotting bars horizontally along a horizontal axis, that is x-axis. In this type of graph, we associate the length of the bar with the values they represent, and we display the categories along the vertical axis y-axis. Okay, how to do it? We will use the same program. Instead of just using the bar function here, we will call bar h. This is for horizontal. Okay, country and sales we have to pass, and color we can pass in form of list. Okay, we have three values, three countries, so we will pass three color, blue and red. Rest everything will be same. Okay, we can say this is the horizontal bar graph. Horizontal bar with color. Okay, in the program, you can see a new widget over here with horizontal bar graph. You see, UK horizontally we can see, okay, its value has around 150, and then India 800, and the US around 500. Okay, labels are wrong here because this is the country. We can change it. Let's close it. Run the program again. You can see the countries we have at the y-axis and the sales in million we have on x-axis. Okay, now let's see grouped bar graph. In a grouped bar graph, we stack multiple vertical bars next to each other for different categories. It is useful when you want to compare values for the same subcategories across different groups. We are going to use a different CSV. Okay, this is the other CSV which we are going to use for the group bar chart. We have two sales column S1 and S2 here. Okay, and then we have country. Let me close it down and let me change the sheet of CSV, and then we will be creating our sales column, right? Sales 1 and sales 2. Data frame S1 and then S2, and countries we are going to take DF. Okay, then we are going to set the bar positions 1. These bar positions we will be creating with help of NumPy function, right? Import NumPy as an, we are going to use one function np.arrange for arranging the sequence, right? In the first position, the second bar position we will be using for second bar. Okay, bar 2, and here we will be using bar 1 plus bar width. Okay, it's a very simple logic. 0.25 bar width we are going to take. Now we have to set up the configuration for the bar, right? First bar and then sales 1 width we are going to take 0.25. Label would be quarter 1, and then color would be, let's say, blue. Okay, second bar we are going to set up bar position 2, sales 2, that would be quarter 2, and then color would be green. Okay, this is 2. Now we need to configure our x y labels, title, and the legend, right? Let's end the program and see how widget looks. Okay, a new widget has been created for group bar chart. You can see the labels are not correct. Back, Control X will be one method on the plot. This is X sticks, and we are going to use list comprehensions to get the labels for the countries, right? So we are going to say 0.25 should be the width for it, and for R in range and length tails, one or two you can, and then you have to pass on. Okay, this is one simple setting we have to do to get the label values on the x-axis, and our countries will be shown, right? If you run the program again, so yeah, your countries names are visible on the x-axis: US, India, and UK. Okay, if we configure this weight as a variable, that would be better. Let's say bar weight, can say 0.25, and the same variable name we can use on every places. Okay, this is much readable. Okay, let's run the program again. So it will show you the same output. Okay, it's the same output. Now let's see stack bar graph. In the stack bar graph, we put one bar on top of another. Each bar represents a category, and the height of the combined bars at each category shows the total values. It is useful for comparing the total values across categories. Okay, so we are going to use the same program, and we have sales 1 and sales 2, and we will be just modifying our bar function. Okay, so we'll use country, okay, in both the bar, and sales 1 and sales 2. This is fine. Bar width we don't need to use. Okay, here we have to use one property, bottom equals to sales 1. Okay, so bottom equals to sales 1 we have to use for second bar, and the title would be stack bar graph. Stack bar graph, and we will be just removing this xtick function. Now let's rerun the program and see how output shows. Yeah, we can see the output in the stack bar graph. You can see US, India, and UK are shown at the x-axis, and the sales in millions we have on y-axis. Okay, so this is a very nice stacked bar graph with the help of Matplotlib library. Okay, if you want to change the color, you can easily change the color from here. Okay, so guys, we have seen 5 things here in this tutorial. Simple bar chart, how to create simple bar chart with help of CSV file, horizontal bar graph, grouped bar graph, and stacked bar graph.
That brings us to the end of the today's video. We hope you found it informative and engaging. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content on all things tech related. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.